Seattle defense more aggressive usually than they were on that play. Officials blow their whistles. There's no sharp and will call it. All right, they go to the first break in that game, and Baltimore and Oakland has just taken a timeout. We have the 3rd and 10 that the Ravens just ran a minute ago. We can do that one, or we can, you know what, let's do this. While all 3 games are in commercial timeout, let's do the drive of the day presented by Lyft. Look, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. We had 8 games in the early window here on NFL Network presented by Amazon Prime. Welcome back inside the studios, everyone. Wasn't quite the fantastic finishes in the early window that we've seen in the last couple of weeks. That's okay. Can't all be, big banner headline ones. We did have a game go to overtime, though. We had the one-win Indianapolis Colts hosting the winless San Francisco 49ers. Niners were in a hole in the fourth quarter. Scored 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. The send it into overtime. Teams traded punts and traded possessions back and forth. We get to the sudden death portion. It looked like it could be a tie at one point, but the Colts got the football with their backup quarterback, Jacoby Brissett, who's been playing for the majority of the season with Andrew Luck still dealing with his shoulder injury coming back with surgery. He goes on this drive, which is the drive of the day, presented by Lyft. It's a 3rd down and 5. There it is.
Ballgame.
Colts go to 2-3 on the year with the win. Back out of timeout here. Red zone Rams. They do here. Our 1st and 10 just outside the 16. Delivering from the gun, and that pass is incomplete. It's headed for Tavon Austin. Richard Sherman on the cover. We asked Pete Carroll about Sherman last night. And for Sherman, tough year last year, probably his most difficult.
And here I was wondering about, brick houses on Gulf Shore, I like to build them. And this guy, oh, this video game.
Paul and Bongo march to a different beat, a very different beat. They break only for the 100% complete and balanced nutrition of Meow Mix cat food. No wonder it's the only one cats ask for by name.
Hey, you can carry your butt back to the kitchen.
Hi, I'm Mike Haddock, and today I'm going to start a series on how I do brickwork. We're just finishing up with this building, and I've been around brickwork all my life. I was 13, 14 years old in the 1960s, and my dad would be taking me on brick jobs. In the late 80s, I was working on big AT&T buildings with the Union out in Jersey. And if you ever took a cruise ship down to Key West, Florida, I laid a lot of the brick on Mallory Square. So I've been around brickwork a lot. I work with a lot of different masons who use a lot of different techniques. But in this video, I'm going to show you my old school techniques. And towards the middle of the videos in this series, we're going to have a guest mason who worked with the Union down in Philly. He has some new techniques, we'll show that. A lot of this stuff I'm showing is old school. I'm going to show you how I dropped the lines, how I laid it all out dry at the beginning, how I figure where my pieces are going to be. I have to put the insulation on and the wall ties. We're going to go through a lot of different things, put the limestone band around. We went down and got the limestone band. And at the end, I'm going to take you to old buildings. I'm going to show you why, what the difference is between new school and old school. Everything they do in modern isn't actually perfect. It's a cheap way of doing things. I'm going to explain that about the brick, what cement I use. So this is the beginning of the series, part 1. Here we go. Now what we got is the old brick that they used and the new brick. Now I'm colorblind, so they went out and picked the brick. It's a little bit different in sizes, but it's as close as they can match it. This brick is like glass. It don't absorb any water. It's kind of hard to lay. It kind of floats all over and everything. But they picked out the brick to match it. And this building was built in the 1970s, 1970 to 72. I was in the service when they completed it. We're going to take a look at what they do. First thing you do on a brick job is go around and look what they did. And then you'll know if what you're doing is right. They did this 46 years ago, 44 years ago. I looked around. This is a very good brick job. You want to know what kind of cement they used, why they use a certain brick, and you take it from there and you go. Now this is the front of the building that they're matching, and I was talking to the guy who was the real brick salesman. I looked how they did the joints. Bricks ain't perfect. You know, they float around. See, you get wide, you get small joints, they get wide up here again. They used lime and Portland. Guys try to do it real proper, like that, and then they're doing this. That's not to put them down, because you want to do it as proper as you can. You put your brick in. Some masons use their trowel, bang it down like this. Other guys will shake it into place. It don't matter. And here's the point I'm trying to say. Years ago, here's some old bricks I got. This is actually a brick that we ripped out of the doorway out of this building. Every time you get another brick, it's going to be a different size. You can never match them up. You see the different size? This way they're pretty good. This way, no way. This is why a lot of times the guys don't go into the brick jobs. It's because everything changes and it doesn't work out all the time. But they have put holes in the bricks. And the only reason they put holes in these bricks is because it takes less material to make the brick. It's one of the reasons. The second one is when you're shipping a brick, it's less weight. You go back to the old school guys like this, right here, they'd have little indentations in. That would be what locks your brick in. But this brick absorbs water, so it's easy. But the question is, can you really fill all them holes in? Every brick I ever took out of every building, like this, see it? The holes are never fully complete. They're never fully filled in. It's almost impossible to do it. And I remember one of the old timers telling me, Mike, if the brick association wanted that brick to not absorb water or hold it, they wouldn't have put holes in them. But see, they keep making things less expensive and cheaper as you go. So just a little point, I'm going to go more and more on as the video, tell you the way I see it, old school, so that's it. Here's one thing I want to mention. You see behind the brick, we have a finger space. Because when you're laying your brick, right, you want to be able to have a finger space behind them. So when you look down here too, here's another thing I want to point out. You can see the cement comes away from the brick, goes against the insulation. They make you use a special glue to put this insulation on. Can't use steel nails. I don't know, I think it's a joke, but... So that's the end of part 1. It was just about getting everything ready. Like I keep preaching, every time you work for a different contractor, masonry contractor, you're going to tell you to do it different. Everybody does a little different. I like my old school ways. Some guys, like you're going to see, guys going to come in with a laser, which is pretty neat. I never did that. Brickwork is kind of a slowly dying trade. Back in '87, I remember in the union, the guy said, at our union meeting, he said, listen, he goes, I don't know what's going to happen with this union years to come because all the architects are building out of steel and glass. And masonry, they're getting away from brick, they're more onto the stick-on stone thing now. But it's, I've done it for a lot of years, and I do it my way, everybody does it another way. So this is the end of part 1. We're going to continue with a lot of different things on part 2, part 3, part 4, and so on. Now I want to show you what's going on. We moved to the front after our practice. See, I'm over here on the 15th course, and we are laying our brick in the front, and I'm going to show you what's going on over here. Over here, because they want the front door done first, we're going to start, we got to start toothing it out. See that? And right here I got my story pole. We're on top of the 14th course. See, the story pole goes all the way up, and keep watching that. So I'm going to show you as we go. So just to show you, I'm over here. I'm on my 18th course. I'm just going to cut this brick. I haven't used the saw yet. This brick is so easy to cut. I got to do a little talking about that too. You put your level up, make sure all these brick are right in line with the way you're going. I'm going to be toothing this out, so what I got to do, put my cement in there like that, get my brick, put it in there like that. Level it. See that? I want to make sure she's going the right way. Just like that. Now, just so you know, I bring my story pole, which I touches the top of the roof. There's the top of my 15th course. So I know I'm going right. I don't have to use this all the time. Just keep checking it every 2 or 3. After a while, you get the feel for it. But now, I want to tooth this out right here. So, here's what I'm going to do.
Take a break already?
Yeah. Yep. I'm going to get a brick like this, put the styrofoam on, or anything else you want, and put the brick on there like that to hold it. You got to see where we are with level. And then, from this line, you got to look way down. They're lined up. Let's take the camera and we'll look. See how I'm lining that brick? See how it's out this way? In that way, you got to line that brick right out. It's like targeting a rifle. There, I know that brick is good now. And keep it even with the line. And that's it. I'm building a lead like this, like to get the line, make sure everything's lined right up with that other corner. I don't want anything bowing in here, that's a big deal.
Has anybody talked to Joey Graceffa?